Right now, you are likely sitting in a climate-controlled room, perhaps having moved miles today without using a single muscle. Movement and comfort have become so easy, they are essentially invisible. But for roughly 300,000 years, every journey a human took happened at walking speed. And every winter was a season that actively tried to kill you. This is the story of how our ancestors conquered the planet through stubbornness, networking, and a few ingenious inventions that changed the world forever. The walking superpower. Humans are the best long-distance walkers on the planet. While a cheetah can hit 70 miles per hour, you have 2 million sweat glands that cool you down, while other mammals overheat and stop. Our feet have arches that act as springs, and our Achilles tendons store and release energy with every step. This technology allowed us to walk out of Africa 70,000 years ago, reaching the tip of South America, a 15,000-mile journey, without even knowing a destination existed. This was not random wandering. It was networking on foot. Archaeologists have found obsidian tools hundreds of miles from their volcanic sources and shells found far inland, proving ancient humans traveled specifically to trade and connect. When we hit the water, we didn't stop. Roughly 65,000 years ago, humans crossed at least 60 miles of open ocean to reach Australia, sailing toward land they couldn't even see. Later, the Polynesians performed the insane feat of crossing the Pacific, navigating 2,500 miles of open water using only the stars, ocean swells, and the color of clouds, surviving the season of death. As humans moved north, we faced a new enemy, winter. We are tropical animals, and without protection, the cold can kill a naked human in hours. Fire was a start, but it only warms the side of you facing the flame. The real breakthrough was the bone needle, dating back over 40,000 years. These tiny, delicate tools allowed us to sew fitted clothing, garments that trapped a layer of warm air against the skin. Without the needle and thread, there is no human life in Ice Age Siberia. In landscapes where wood and stone were scarce, humans built substantial engineered structures, like the 15,000-year-old mammoth bone mansions found in modern Ukraine. These huts used interlocking jawbones for roofs and massive tusks for entrances, sealed with animal hides and sod to block the wind. Survival also became a math problem. Humans used the frozen ground as natural freezers and rendered animal fat into tallow, an energy-dense fuel that was often the only thing standing between a group and starvation. The rainy day renaissance. For most of human history, a heavy rain wasn't an inconvenience. It was a crisis. You couldn't hunt, tracks were washed away, and a wet body loses heat 25 times faster than a dry one. But these trapped moments became a creative explosion. Inside caves, people focused on manufacturing, shaping stone tools, processing ochre pigments, and inventing rope-making machines. It was during these long periods of downtime that humans created art. Deep underground, by the light of animal fat lamps, artists painted stunningly accurate animals in caves like Chauvet. The campfire also became the original social network. Around the fire, 80% of conversation shifted from practical needs to stories, songs, and ceremonies. These stories weren't just entertainment. They were survival manuals passed down through generations, such as Aboriginal stories of sea level changes that have survived for 7,000 years. The chemistry of connection. Our relationship with alcohol may actually predate our species, starting 10 million years ago when ancestors sought out fermented fruit on the forest floor. By 13,000 years ago, the Natufians were brewing beer in caves before they ever invented farming. Some experts even argue that humans didn't start farming to make bread, but to ensure a steady supply of beer for massive ritual gatherings at sites like Göbekli Tepe. In ancient Egypt, beer was so essential, it served as a clean water filter and a daily salary for pyramid workers. Similarly, cannabis was one of the first Swiss Army knife crops, providing rope, clothing, and medicine. In Western China, a 2,700-year-old shaman was buried with nearly 2 pounds of marijuana that stayed green for 27 centuries. From hotboxing funerals 2,500 years ago, to its use as an early surgical anesthetic in 200 AD. This plant was a backbone of human life long before it was ever made illegal. The last humans, standing 50,000 years ago, we were not alone. The planet was home to powerful Neanderthals, the mysterious Denisovans, and the 3-foot-tall hobbits of Flores. Homo erectus even outlasted us all, surviving for nearly 2 million years. Why are we the only ones left? It wasn't just intelligence. Neanderthals had larger brains and complex tools. The difference was scale. Homo sapiens built wider social networks. While our cousins lived in small, isolated groups, sapiens moved tools, techniques, and knowledge between distant communities. When the climate shifted or a crisis hit, our knowledge didn't die with one group. It had already traveled. Every highway, airport, and digital network today is a continuation of a legacy that began 300,000 years ago. We conquered the cold with needles, the oceans with logs, and the darkness with stories. We didn't survive because we were the strongest. We survived because we were the most connected.